Welcome back. Are you struggling with back pain? If so, stay straight where you are because Pali sat down with a GP to discuss the complexities of back pain and how to progress in the managing thereof.
It's hard to have a spring in your step when you are dealing with back pain. The CEO of Travel Doctor Group, Dr. Albie de Vrij, is here to discuss the complexities of back pain and how best to manage it for us to feel good again. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Beleza. Thank you for having me.
Now, Doctor, how common is back pain and what are some of the causes of it?
Back pain is one of the most common ailments the humanity suffers from. The WHO reckoned in 2020 that as many as 620 million people all over the world have suffered from back pain.
I know my posture is something that can cause me extreme back pain. What are some of the other causes that we can look at?
So if we want to be a little bit academic, we can say there's specific back pain and there's non-specific back pain. And there's good news and bad news in that. The bad news is that the non-specific back pain is 90% of the back pain. That's really, there's no specific cause other than that related to a lack of movement and posture. We should be sitting upright and everybody watching us should be sitting properly because that's where these non-specific back pains come from. And then there's a couple of red flags for specific back pain. There's a specific cause. Somebody is suffering from osteoporosis, a fracture, people who've had a cancer before may have a metastases, an aortic aneurysm, a kidney problem. But 90% of the time, it's postural and it's got to do with movement.
And when we are looking at prevention, how can we prevent back pain?
You've got to move to prevent getting back pain. So prolonged specific positions, standing, sitting or lying. If you do too much of it, too much of a good thing is always not good. The problem occurs at work in people who sit in uncomfortable positions, sitting in front of a tablet, but also people who lift things. Lifting things with your back instead of lifting it with your legs, that causes a problem. And so we're going to try and prevent it. And of course, overweight and smokers are always in trouble. Okay, so smoking contributes. And people with psychiatric problems, anxiety issues and so on, they tend to suffer from back pain more often than the general population.
And now when we're looking at alleviation, how can one best alleviate that back pain?
So the prevention starts with movement, and guess what? The treatment is also all about movement. You've got to move. So having back pain is not a reason to sit and be sedentary and think about it. We're back to the anxiety and the depression. The more you think about it, the worse it gets. Get up, get out, start moving. Okay. Exercise with somebody if you have to, a biokineticist, a physiotherapist. And then if that really still doesn't alleviate it, or if it's an acute situation and you really have a job to do and you're finding it difficult, we should be looking at something like a non-steroidal, which is excellent, is very safe, has been around for 50 years. Provided you take it on a full stomach, make sure you take a good glass of water with it, it provides excellent alleviation of back pain.
And Doctor, diving deeper into ibuprofen, what makes it such a good choice to relieve that back pain?
You hurt your back, you get a bit of a muscle sprain, the nerve gets pinched, the nurse says, it hurts, I want to feel better, and it tries to protect itself by causing more muscle spasm. So the ibuprofen works exactly there. It reduces the inflammation right around that spot where the problem occurs. So it actually goes to the source of the problem. And on top of that, it's not habit forming, it's not sedative, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's not something you can get hooked onto. So it really addresses the problem where it occurs.
Okay, and now I always want to know, you have been self-medicating at home, but when is it time to book that appointment with a doctor when you are still experiencing severe back pain?
Right. Well, if it's completely debilitating, when you wake up in the morning and you turn and you cannot get out of bed, you're going to have to see a doctor. You're probably going to have to call an ambulance. And then there are certain red flags we talk about. So if you've had a back operation before and things are really going wrong, then you probably need to have it looked at. If you know that you're suffering from cancer and there's the risk of maybe metastasizing, if you've had an infection somewhere, maybe an infected wound, those are some of the red flags that you really, that's specific reasons. If you're having kidney problems, bladder problems, if you're suffering from atherosclerosis, that may be a specific cause, one of that 10% of cases where there's a specific cause for your back pain, and then you should be seeing a doctor.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for sitting down with us and helping us through our back pain.
Pleasure. Great to be here.
Embrace your journey to progress, knowing that each effort contributes to a stronger, more resilient you. Back pain keeping you down? Stand tall with Brufen, effective and reliable relief for different types of pain. Brufen, brutal to pain, kind to you.